Bring in Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich. General, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me on.
Now, I think it's clear that everyone who has to deal with the border patrol, the local police agencies, et cetera, they are happy that this order is staying in place, at least for the moment. But as we get to the underlying merits, this was justified as a COVID public health measure. The Supreme Court, I guess, will decide the merits later. But for the moment, are they kind of saying that COVID is still an emergency, or are they not really addressing that question?
Well, you know, when we led the charge in the case is called Arizona Mayorkas, because we once again had to step in and take on the Biden administration for Joe Biden's failure to do his job. And the reality is that the states have an interest, and the Biden administration unilaterally tried to withdraw Title 42, and it was the last tools we have left in our toolbox to stop this unprecedented flow of people illegally into our country. As you know, the Biden administration incentivized and decriminalized people breaking the law, and as a result of that, we're seeing these record numbers every single month that are overwhelming the system, that are taking a toll not only in fiscal costs to states like Arizona with health care and incarceration costs, but every day people are dying as a result of the drugs that are flowing into this country.
And obviously this Title 42 allows the government to expel immediately people crossing illegally before an asylum claim. But General, there are a lot of laws on the books, are there not, pre-COVID, that would allow the Biden administration to enforce the law if they want to. If this falls, do you now sue on those other laws to say enforce what was in place before COVID?
And that is the thing that breaks my heart, especially as a first-generation American, is that people come here because the rule of law means something, and the Biden administration has completely shredded it. Because the reality is once you decriminalize, once you stop enforcing the law, and there's no consequences or penalties to breaking the law, and instead people that have come here are greeted with free hotel rooms and free airfare and free health care, you incentivize it and you decriminalize it and you get more of it. So what I would say is that the very first thing that should be done to stop this border crisis is enforce existing law. That means starting to prosecute people for illegally entering the country, start going after the cartels, designating them as terrorist organizations, and aggressively make sure that people who break the law by coming into the country illegally or those that facilitate it are aggressively prosecuted by the federal government.
Okay, now we want to play a soundbite here. I hope you can listen. This is Rodney Scott.
If you look at the omnibus, some of the language that's in there, it's basically to process people and release them into these communities as fast as possible. El Paso is the biggest border town along that Texas border, and they cannot handle this flow. Del Rio is only about 30,000 people. That's the residents in that community. These are small border towns. They can't handle the flow. There weren't even enough flights out of El Paso or San Antonio this last week to be able to handle the local residents and all the migrants. This is beyond anything we've ever seen before. And with these frigid temperatures, the Biden administration encouraging these people to come up and cross illegally is responsible for any deaths that took place.
General, I want to make sure I understood what he said at the top of that clip there. I think it's that they can't use all the money in the omnibus to do actual border enforcement. It can only be used to facilitate dealing with people after they've crossed the border.
Yeah, no disrespect to anyone in Washington, D.C., but Washington, D.C. is a place where good ideas go to die. And whether you're a Republican or Democrat, right or left, this is fundamentally an issue of right versus wrong, and it begins with enforcing the existing law. So all these people, Republicans, Democrats, they play all these games, they say all these things, but meanwhile, since Joe Biden's been president, more than 5 million people have illegally entered this country, enough to fill up several states in the United States. Just this past month, I mean, we got a national championship game coming up. You could fill up 3 stadiums with how many people have illegally come over. $20 million in unreimbursed health care costs to Yuma, Arizona. Cochise County is spending millions on unreimbursed incarceration costs, and Americans are dying every single day. So until they get serious, people will continue to die in this country.
Tragic. Thank you, General. Thank you for your efforts. This is an opportunity, if the president ever wants to consider seizing it, to lead. I know there's a deal he could have if he wanted to embrace border enforcement and more legal migration. But for whatever reason, still not interested. Anyway, thank you for your efforts, Mark Brnovich.